Here we go then, ladies and gentlemen. The end of the season, the end of the decade of the 198 races we've had in the 2010s. Lewis Hamilton and Sebastian Vettel have won 120 between them. We started out in the Middle East with a Ferrari 1-2 in Bahrain 2010. It's not been Ferrari's best decade since, unfortunately for them. We're here in Abu Dhabi, the country currently with the world's highest net migration rate and a population that expands year after year after year, and a country that makes up 80% of the landmass of the United Arab Emirates. It's the 11th World Championship Abu Dhabi Grand Prix, and we race around a 3.45-mile circuit. 21 corners, 12 to the left and 9 to the right. The lap time taken at full throttle for 60% and speeds of about 210 miles an hour down the long back straights. Overtaking chances? Well, how about turn 7 for starters? This is Max Verstappen on Esteban Ocon in last year's race, coming after the pair clashed, of course, in Brazil. How about the chicane at turn 8 and 9? Romain Grosjean trying to get past Nico Hulkenberg. Hulkenberg thought he was safe and ended up rolling over into the barriers. And this is Pastor Maldonado on the inside of Mark Webber. Mark Webber trying to go around the outside and ruining his race way back in 2012. We'll see what happens today over 55 laps on 3 tyre compounds that are the softest in the Pirelli range. The medium tyre about a second slower per lap. The hard tyre could be a good race tyre, even though it's about 2 seconds slower per lap than the softs. This is how it looked on board with Lance Stroll. We saw the brakes moving away at the start. Gasly originally locked up. Stroll didn't help by locking up a little bit, I think, himself, and we saw the resultant damage. We're on board with Valtteri Bottas. He's got 1 racing point down into the first chicane. He's got another racing point, and the next chicane this time around. Bottas overtakes Sergio Perez, and he moves past and up into 8th place now with Ricciardo pitting. Into the pits then comes the Ferrari of Charles Leclerc. And that's hard tyres going on. That's not the Ferrari I expected to see first this evening. Certainly not. Double stacking. So a 2.6 second stop for Charles Leclerc. Sebastian Vettel front left. It's a bit problematic for him. Oh, and he was stationary for way too long, almost 3 times as long stationary, because they just couldn't get the front left on, and that is the problem. When you double stack, you are expecting a lot from your pit crew. Have a look here, Antonio Giovinazzi getting past Robert Kubica. Did they touch? A bit came off Giovinazzi's car as well. Bang. So the Kubica wasn't upside down there. Yeah. Right, in comes Max Verstappen, will come out behind that Ferrari, which of course pitted an awful lot earlier. Yeah, Leclerc pitted on that lap 12, so that gives him a big advantage, doesn't it, towards the end of the Grand Prix, Max. George Russell ahead of Charles Leclerc. Russell has been lapped. Leclerc gets DRS, but so does Verstappen. The DRS there for Leclerc as he tries to lap Russell, who keeps out of the way. Verstappen dives down the inside on Charles Leclerc. Leclerc saw him coming. Verstappen broke that fraction later, and he manages to get past the Ferrari. Now, can Charles Leclerc battle back? No. Verstappen is already quite a long way clear. DRS is enabled for the Ferrari. He's going to give it a go, Charles Leclerc, and goes wheel to wheel with Verstappen and comes off worse. As a result, they might have touched going into that chicane, but Verstappen hangs on to 2nd place. Leclerc gave it everything, but he didn't quite have enough. Bottas getting closer to Albon now. And Albon, who came a cropper in a wheel-to-wheel battle with a Mercedes in Brazil. Now, Valtteri Bottas on this occasion manages to get past the Red Bull without any fear of contact whatsoever and go through on to the next straight. DRS now as he's trying to break the toe. Valtteri Bottas for Alex Albon. He's fighting back.
Fastest lap as well. It is Lewis Hamilton winning in Abu Dhabi to cap a championship winning season.
So for the second time in the very recent future,
anything can happen in Formula One, and it usually does.